So the late night hosts are losing their minds. They're breaking down, and that surprises no one. These guys don't have any original opinions for themselves. They are NPCs, and they just repeat the information that they are supposed to repeat. That surprises no one. But Jimmy Kimmel made a very interesting comment. And when I heard this comment, I started to think, this represents the Democrats as a whole, and this is exactly why we are in the situation we are in right now, several days past the election, with Donald Trump leading in most of the states in question, and yet we continue to have votes appear. So let's check this out right here. So we're over on the Hill, and it says, Jimmy Kimmel shocked at Trump vote total. I overestimated the American people. Very interesting words right there. ABC's Jimmy Kimmel said he was shocked at the amount of support President Trump's received on Election Day, with the late-night host and staunch Trump critic saying he feels like he overestimated the American people. It is unimaginable to me to that close to half of Americans voters saw what this man has done to this country over the last 4 years, Kimmel said in his opening monologue on Wednesday night. He kowtowed the Vladimir Putin that cozied up to Kim Jong-un. He alienated us from our allies, put children in cages, just a lot of stupid stuff, okay? And he says he's a liar and a cheat who wants them to stop counting thousands of legitimate votes, and almost half of us are apparently okay with that, Kimmel later concluded. Half of us want to keep it going for 4 more years. No, Jimmy, I would like it to go on for the rest of my lifetime. I would like for Trump to be there forever just to make you cry. But yes, specifically to your point, absolutely, I want more Trump. I want Trump to be there for 4 more years. I am proud of my president, and I have no desire to listen to a nut job like you. But the point of this entire thing is Jimmy Kimmel shocked at Trump vote total. And here we are now, several days removed from the election, and we see that Donald Trump continues to lead in several of these states. Yet what? We continue to not have a winner. And we continue to have votes and ballots just appear out of nowhere. And they're all conveniently for Joe Biden. It's almost like the Democrats overestimated the American people as well. It's almost like they're shocked at the vote total as well. And I think that's the most interesting aspect of this entire situation. I believe that's why we find ourselves here in this situation. We also have a lot of establishment Republicans not stepping up to the plate because we know that the establishment Republicans were never a fan of Trump to begin with, because Trump challenges their broken view. I am not a fan of politicians. I'm not a fan of politics. I'm a fan of Donald J. Trump. That's who I'm a fan of, and that's who I'm a supporter of. I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I don't align with any party politics because they're both garbage, but I tend to support one or the other depending on how the current mood of the country is. And I clearly support the Republican Party, but primarily because of Donald Trump. But so many establishment Republicans, the same ones that he had to go against in 2016, are now showing their true colors. And not all of them. There are some of them. There are quite a few that are standing with him, but there are a lot of prominent ones that are keeping completely silent right now. And that does nothing but continue to expose the reason why Trump has so much support, because we're all tired of lying politicians. Now, there's this little monologue here, and I don't know if I'm going to watch all of it, but it's the late night TV people that they're stunned at the close election. So I want to listen to this really quick, and let's respond.
As of this taping, the winner of the presidential election has not been determined, and votes are still being counted in several key states. Of course, you're watching this at 12:35 tonight, or maybe sometime Thursday afternoon. So if Trump won, will you please get in a time machine and come back to find and kill me?
Good Lord. These guys are so brainless. Jimmy Fallon, another nut job.
A long, emotional, and confusing ride this has been. It's like a Matthew McConaughey car commercial that won't end.
This is all happening after a chaotic, nerve-wracking election night that featured all types of weird moments. Predictions flipping left and right, ballots being delivered with a police escort, Steve Kornacki's khaki butt.
One reason for the delay in the other states is the massive amount of mail-in ballots. And those last ballots to be counted appear to be largely for Biden.
Interesting, isn't it? Interesting how they're largely for Biden. Now, I agree. Like, I understand that they would be largely for Biden, but we're seeing situations where they're all for Biden. And there's a problem with that. Who else is talking? I don't want to listen to all of this. There's Kimmel. I think Kimmel talks towards the end here with some of... Yeah, let's listen to Kimmel's nonsensical remarks right here in the end.
It is unimaginable to me that close to half of American voters saw what this man has done to this country over the last 4 years.
Yeah, I did. I saw him improve the economy, Jimmy Kimmel. I saw him put the African-American or Black American, jobless or unemployment rate at an all-time low. I saw him put the female unemployment rate at the lowest it's been in several decades. I saw him improve relationships with, Hispanic voters, Black voters, the LGBT community. And I saw no new wars from Donald Trump. I saw him stand up for this country. I saw him make historic peace deals around the world, and I saw you and people like you consistently lying and manipulating and twisting everything about this man just because he said something in a tweet that you didn't like. Well, I very much support my president, Jimmy Kimmel, and I will never allow you or anyone like you to make me feel bad about that. In fact, the more you whine and cry about it, the more I feel proud of my president and my support for my president.
How he kowtowed to Vladimir Putin, he cozied up to Kim Jong-un, he alienated us from our allies, he put children in cages,
Who built the cages, Joe? Who built the cages, Joe? You don't want to talk about that, do you?
Villainized the free press, he hit his tax
Literally has not kicked the press out of anything. He calls them on their BS.
returns, he tear-gassed peaceful protesters.
Oh my God, this dude is a lunatic. What?
He pardoned all his criminal buddies. He extorted Ukraine. He misled us about COVID. He dismantled the pandemic response team. He dismantled healthcare. He called neo-Nazis very fine.
Oh my God, he did not call them very fine people. I'm going to find the clip. This is the clip. And they never give you context because they're not interested in the truth. Jimmy Kimmel is a liar. And I'm about to prove it to you right now.
So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly. Now, in the other group also, you had some fine people, but you also had troublemakers, and you see them come with the black outfits and with the helmets and with the baseball bats. You had a lot of bad people in the other group too.
See? But they don't want to tell you about that. They don't want to tell you about that.
Fine people. He hired a never-ending parade of imbeciles. He lied, and then he lied some more. He is a liar and a cheat who wants them to stop counting thousands of legitimate votes, and almost half of us are apparently okay with that.
I'm okay with it, Jimmy. I'm okay with it because they're not legitimate votes. They're not legitimate votes. That is the problem here. This is why we are several days removed from this election. And while Trump, I'm looking at it right now, and that's what I keep looking away at. Pennsylvania, Trump is up 78,000. North Carolina, Trump is up 76,000. And Georgia, Trump is up 9,000. Nevada, Biden is up 11,000. Why are we dragging this out? Why don't we just call these states? Now, again, if we called the state right now, then I believe Biden wins, even though Arizona is still in question. But the point is why are we dragging this out? They're dragging this out because they want to continue to find votes in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, they want to find those votes. Why? Because they know they need Pennsylvania. They absolutely have to have Pennsylvania. They have to have it. This is why the counting has stopped in North Carolina. It's why the counting has stopped in Nevada. There's a lot of craziness going on right now. But at the end of the day, all of these guys are nut jobs. I love seeing them continue. They're still breaking down. They're still breaking down. And it's just unbelievable. unbelievable, but this is the mainstream. This is the Hollywood elites. Donald Trump has, for 4 years, he has been facing the Hollywood machine, the mainstream media, big tech. He has been facing the Democrats, and now he's and he has been facing Republicans too, to a much lesser extent. But a lot of these establishment Republicans hate his guts. They absolutely do. And now you're starting to see their true colors. You're starting to see true colors. You're going to see what Republicans are standing up for him and which ones are being silent, and you know which ones have been behind the scenes wanting to stab him in the back. This is absolutely insane in every possible way. Not surprising to anyone that's been paying attention, but it is insanity. Wow. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Somebody told me, Salty Cracker gave me a shout out the other day, Salty Army. Look, Salty has absolutely blown up. He has been a supporter of mine over on Geeks and Gamers for a long time, and this dude has absolutely just blown up. One of the best YouTubers out there, so I just wanted to say a shout out to Salty Cracker, Salty Army represent. Thank you for the support. If you're out there dropping the truth, if you're out there exposing the nonsense, we are allies in this fight against big tech, Hollywood, the mainstream, Republicans, Democrats, the establishment. Fuck them all. You guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you later.